Radio button is also an important WinForms control. It allows user to select one option from a group of options. So let's see how do we use and program radio buttons in a WinForms application. So from the toolbox window, we are going to drag some radio buttons, scroll down, and here we have radio button control. So let's drag a radio button and now make multiple copies. So we have 3 radio buttons on our form. Radio buttons in a single container are automatically linked. Linked means user cannot check more than one radio button. This form is a container. All the radio buttons are placed directly on the form, and that's why they are automatically linked. Let's now run the program and check the behavior. And so you see the output, we can only check one radio button at a time, right? And now the properties. Radio buttons have 3 key properties. The first property, obviously, is the name property. Now let's say we want to give user different payment options. So the first radio button is for Visa card. So the name of the radio button is Radio Visa. And now the text property. Scroll down and here we have the text property. Change it to Visa. So these were the 2 common properties, but the key property here is the checked property. This check property is actually used in the code to find out which radio button is selected. So I will show you the use of the check property in the code. Just wait a couple of minutes. Now the second checkbox, let's say second checkbox is for cash payment. So the name is Radio Cash, and now the text and the third radio button, which is let's say for PayPal. So now we have named and updated our radio buttons. To show the selection, we can drag a label control on the form. Let's say this is our label control. Let's just change the name of the label, LBL selection, right? And now, how do we program radio buttons? Radio buttons have their own event, which is called check change. For example, select a radio button. Now go inside the event window. Here you will find checked change event, and here you see check change is the default event for the radio buttons. Now here comes the interesting thing. When we code radio button, we attach a single event, single checked change event to all the buttons. This event is fired whenever the radio button is checked or unchecked. So it fires itself in both the cases. So we assign a single checked change event to all the radio buttons, and inside the event we use the checked property to find out which radio button is selected. So let's see how do we assign a single event to multiple controls. So we are going to select all the radio buttons like this. You can see all the 3 radio buttons are selected. Now this is our checked change event, and as we have several radio buttons sharing the same event, so we can name our event to something else. For example, radio button selection checked change, right? Now press enter, and here you see the event is simply created. This event is shared among all the radio buttons, or in other words, all the radio buttons gonna raise this single event. Now inside the event, we will simply use or investigate the checked property to find out which radio button is actually checked or unchecked, right? So if radio visa dot checked, we will perform something here. Else if radio cache dot checked, we perform something here accordingly. Else if radio PayPal is checked, do accordingly. So this is how we actually find which radio button is actually checked. Now we have a label to show the selection. So LVL selection dot text, and we can simply assign the checked radio button text to the label. Radio visa dot text. In the second one, LVL selection dot text radio cache text, and in the third one, LVL selection dot text radio PayPal dot text. So we are simply taking the text from the radio button and assigning it to the label control. We can also use the variables to save the selection and process it further. So let's now run the program and check the output. So it is the output. Our first radio button is checked by default. Click on the cache, receive, the cache is checked, and PayPal, the PayPal is checked, right? As you've seen, our first radio button has become the default radio button automatic. We can also change the order of the default radio button. For example, I want to make PayPal our default radio button. So in the code, here in the form constructor, right under the initialize component method, I will write radio PayPal check true. Checked is a Boolean property. True means radio button is checked and false means button is unchecked. Now the PayPal radio button is our default button. Let's run the program and check the output. Here you can see, right? So PayPal is our default option. So my friends, this is how we code radio buttons control. In the next chapter, we will study the checkbox control, right?